have community power, Black people, nationalism, Pan-Africanism, and pass the word, we don't have an image that can give us first step, second step. How do we view progress? You know, what ancestors' footsteps we should be in, that sort of thing. And then we're going to talk about Haiti, an aspect of ourselves. Haiti is not some people in the Caribbean. They speak with a different accent because they were enslaved and genocided primarily by the French. We were enslaved and genocided primarily by the English. And so they look at us and wonder about this strange ass accent we got.
Right. Right.
We're the same people from the same places, under the same circumstances, except they did something so extraordinary in that location. You know, the revolution of 1804 decimated the army of the great Napoleon Bonaparte, destroyed the British, the French, and they backers, the Americans, created the first republic ever in the history of the world before or since by an enslaved population, and then used their wealth to free most of Latin America in their contribution to Bolivar and the others. And for that, they're hated and they're scorned. The West don't say that, but believe me, they cannot breathe, realizing how thoroughly their system of slavery and imperialism was destroyed by the act of this group of African peoples we call Haitian. And really, that's the bottom line. Everything else is detail, you know, it's detail. So, but we're going to talk about some of those details and how they're, you know, continuing the attack on our brothers and sisters. Now talking about taking those who may try to escape any carnage that may come. They've already sneaked their Marines in, make no doubt about it. They've got hundreds and hundreds of them hidden in that embassy and in other places offshore. They're just, this is one of the biggest liar in the world in terms of a country, a nation state, and talking about moving our people into Guantanamo. They're not talking about moving the light-skinned ones crossing the border in Texas and Arizona into Guantanamo. They're coming in the country by the hundreds of thousands every week. A few thousand of our people may want to escape some of the harshest conditions in the world right now. And they're talking about putting them in Guantanamo, but this stuff has been going on with how they handle Haitian immigrants. They don't refer to them as asylum seekers. And if anybody had a right to seek asylum, it's the people of Haiti. And our contribution to America, meaning the Haitian part of the family, in terms of our revolution, allowing them to gain 3/4 of the territory today they call America, and during their revolution, we fought on their side to defeat the British out of Haiti. All right, they even put a statue up to the Haitian fighters and soldiers in Savannah, Georgia. But they still treat us with the utmost of disrespect. And after our revolution in 1804, it took them until 1862 before they even recognized us as a state. And even then, they didn't send an ambassador, they sent some other kind of personage. And it took them another 10 years to send an ambassador corps to Haiti. And so there's a history, the history of the American invasion into Haiti in 1915, an occupation that lasted until 1934. Our people don't know about this. You know the damage they did in that amount of time?
Teach, Baba.
Nearly 20 years of robbing, murdering, raping, and destroying the historical elements of Haiti. They even fired on the Great Citadel, the greatest building built during colonial time in the Western Hemisphere. But the gods didn't let them touch it. That voodoo god just kind of throw those little cannonballs away and make them chump look like the chumps they was. It destroyed much of our beautiful palace at the bottom of the valley, but it's still there standing to let us know the great works of the people of Haiti. And so we need to study history. It'll erase the white man's mystery, especially when we're talking about Haiti. Very, very, very important. And in the invasion, they stole all of the gold reserves of Haiti and moved it to New York. They've never given it back to those people. They're never giving them their gold reserve back. They changed our Constitution. And one of the key elements of the Constitution of 1804 was that white people couldn't own any land in Haiti. So the white Americans went there and changed our Constitution so that they could own land and then occupy the most minerally rich land in Haiti. And our people don't understand that the Haitian people are poor in the back. Haiti is the richest island in the Caribbean even today.
Wow.
And the reason all that warring with the French is because the French had seen that it was the richest island of that day. Let me just give you some sense of the wealth of Haiti, right? So the myth can kind of move away. Here are the minerals that are there in Haiti: bauxite, copper, calcium carbonate, gold, over $30 billion worth of gold in the ground, marble, oil. The oil reserve is as big off coast of Haiti is as big as the oil reserves of Venezuela. With the oil reserve alone, every Haitian would be a millionaire. Okay?
Wow.
Natural gas, limestone, and zinc. Now the question is, who is mining all of this stuff? Now the CIA put out a report every year, and they'll talk about all of the agricultural thing in Haiti. They'll talk about the arable land, and Haiti produced coffee. That's its largest export. They produce sugarcane, the second largest export. They produce rice, corn, cocoa, sorghum, and others. Right? It exports essential oils and apparel. Go in any store, Macy's or any store in America, open up and see where your suit jacket was made. Made in Haiti for slave labor. Look at your pants, see where it was made. Made in Haiti. I remember when I first saw that many years ago, Haiti? Making all these fine suits that I'm trying to buy at this high price. Then I found out they'd get nothing for it. And they're in one of these zones where they can't even strike and can't increase the minimum wage. They work for slave labor. And any attempt to hold a strike or organize a union or increase minimum wage is met with brutality. This is the Haiti that they're lying about on CNN and NBC and Fox and the other things, right? That's why we needed Dr. Maat so we can get some information out to the world.
Ashe.
And after that earthquake in 2020, or what's this, 2010, something like about 10 plus to $15 billion was raised. Where did it go? It didn't go to the Haitian people to rebuild their community. Who took the money? The Clintons running around there like talking about a gang. Now we're talking about the gang.
Come on, teach, Professor.
So the gangs from America, with the gangs from Canada and Israel, and the gang from France, who makes up the core group, in Brazil, who's a part of that gang, should be ashamed of themselves, right? That gang working with the oligarchs, with these French, these half-breed Lebanese and Syrians who really run the financial aspect of Haiti for these core group of nations I just mentioned. While they run one of the biggest of drug trade operation out of Central and South America through Haiti every year, protected by the DEA and protected by the CIA. That's the news you don't get.
Right.
That's the Haiti's going on we don't hear about. Everybody in the world saw that the president, Moïse, was assassinated.
Right.
With the full involvement of the American government and their cohorts. Everybody's pretending it never happened. And they killed him because, yes, he may have been involved in laundering drug money with his banana business and stuff. And they used that over his head when they brought him in to be their lackey as the president. But when he grew into some consciousness and manhood and tried to move from under their control and went to the Soviet Union and went to Venezuela and went to Turkey to try and get diplomatic relationships with them so he'd have other avenues to develop his country, within a month, assassinated.
And Professor, now they're trying to put it on his wife. Did you see that? They're trying to say that she was involved.
Yeah, she might have been. They buy a lot of people up. I don't know what that's really, whether that's up and down, but I know who sent the trigger man, and I know who trained them and who paid for them, and the whole world does. And remember, the first team of hitmen that was caught and captured and put in jail in Haiti, America went down and got them out of jail and flew them out a year or so earlier.
Mm.
You know? So let's keep it straight. You know, let's tell the truth. You know, let's let the world understand what's going on. And then I missed one mineral. What's called iridium. Haiti got the second largest deposit in the world. That's the asteroids. Haiti got mountains of asteroids. It's the most precious metal on planet Earth.
Wow. Now, Professor, while you were talking about that, I'm not going to lie. My mind went to Black Panther. Remember the movie Black Panther?
About Haiti. That was a spoof on Haiti. You know, it was a spoof on Haiti. And so who's mining all of these minerals? The bauxite, the copper, the calcium, the gold, the marble, the oil, natural gas, the limestone, and the zinc, if the Haitian people are impoverished? Who's getting all of that? Who's making the money off of the coffee, the sugarcane, the rice, the corn, the cocoa, the sorghum? Who's getting all that money? What happened to the $10 billion that was raised? Now, that's 10 we know about that they put in the public space. If they say 10, I say 20 billion, right? What happened to all of the money from the oil reserve that was given to Haiti with that discount from Venezuela? Who stole the money? America is in charge. It's got the biggest embassy in the Western Hemisphere in Haiti. Right? For what? How do you do that? You build your biggest West embassy in your hemisphere, in one of the smallest, most impoverished country in the hemisphere. What's that all about? Is that controlling the strait, the body of water between Cuba and Haiti, where most of the world's shipping go through to get to the Pacific? Is that putting yourself in position so you can control Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and any other state that try to get out from under your Monroe Doctrine imperialist control? That's what we're really talking about. And Haiti's at the center, it's the epicenter of their controlling of the Caribbean.
Teach.
And forget about the current day CARICOM, because they're acting more like collaborators for colonialism than anyone I've seen lately in this hemisphere. Systematically, notwithstanding, you play another hand and look at you all about Pan-Africanism and you all about reparations, and then you're coming in to almost guarantee American hegemony over Haiti. So people, wake up. Brother Small is not lying. If I make any mistake, it's out of ignorance, because I come to tell you the cold truth, nothing but the truth. And Malcolm said, know the truth. It's truth that will set you free. Truth alone that will set you free.
Professor James Small, I noticed that when you speak of Haiti, you say we. You know, you constantly say we.
That's our family.
Come on.
I don't care what our accent or location difference might be.
That's right.
It has nothing to do with nothing.
Teach.
I am more living on the Eastern Seaboard, ethnically and culturally akin to Haiti, than I am with the brothers and sisters living in Utah and California here in the United States. We are more culturally diverse in regards to them than I am with the brothers and sisters from Haiti. You understand? Because we think of America like we all one. That ain't never happened.
Teach.
We're a culturally diverse African community scattered over a big piece of geometry. Most of us don't know one another, have never been involved in any significant way except under three experiences. The experience of four. The experience of Booker T. Washington historically, Marcus Garvey, the Nation of Islam, and Dr. Martin Luther King, and of course, Malcolm X. Those 4 or 5 elements of movements stirring were the only thing that ever touched most of us in our diverse ethnocentric cultural differences here on the continental United States. So I have more in common with brothers and sisters from Haiti than I have with most blacks in the United States. And you too, living on the Eastern Seaboard especially. My first teacher of voodoo, because I studied voodoo for many years. I won't be talking about that much because people might get scared because they don't get it. So Brother Small gonna zap me. Well, I zap you with my mind, but voodoo make up my mind. That's a part of my mind. That's what helped to construct me. And my teacher was Rulax Maryland. And I'm talking going back into the 70s, right? You were a little girl trying to tie your shoes, right?
I wasn't born.
Yeah, that's what I was looking like. Wait a minute, she wasn't in the 70s.
I wasn't born. I'm 81, Professor. Look, I wasn't born.
Okay.
I was
70s.
parts.
I'm 70s.
I was parts, you know, my
Okay.
mom and my
We
father.
were waiting for you to come.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Maryland
Absolutely.
and his organization, God bless his soul now, because I know by now he's back with the ancestors. And Sister Maddie, when the CIA seized their first boats and weapons in Miami, you know, that was like 73, and again in 75. And then I studied with the Shrine of the Zantri, you know, in Brooklyn for some time with Alexander Samdi. And I'm attached to Hinge. It's a big town city in the plateau. So I have a pretty good connection with Haiti that I don't always expose all of. And that's just my physical and spiritual contact, but just the universal, cultural, racial contact. That's a chain that can't be broken. And we should never say Haiti without thinking we, us. Not say Haiti and thinking them.
That's right. That's right, Professor.
And so we're at war. And that's one of our big theaters of war right now. They've been practicing genocide in the harshest way on our people there. And they're trying to increase that because all that wealth I just told you about, they don't want to let go of. And all that strategic location in their geopolitical seemingly needs, they don't want to let Haiti go. They don't have the humanity or the intelligence to sit down at a table and says, let one hand feed the other. We can work like nation states together and be equitable about our trade arrangements. But no, they come as thieves, not in the night even. They come as thieves in the day, kicking your door in. And so that's what we're up against, you know. And they put people in the presidency. You know, the Clintons put Martelli, or whatever his name, in the presidency. Obama overthrew Aristide and ushered him out of the country in the middle of the night and dropped him in the Central African Republic with his comrades. Okay, this is our government, and these were the people who were presidents of the United States. So, and this man, this Ariel Henry, who he's been a puppet for them for over 20 years. He wasn't new. And he was supposed to be the prime minister of what? Over 7,000 elected offices in Haiti was vacant. So who was he? What government was he running? There was nobody in the government but him and his lackeys. The judiciary had been destroyed. There was no judiciary in the country. And if anybody should have taken over, the little I do understand about Haitian law, after the president was murdered, was the head of the Supreme Court, not him. So people study history, get rid of the white man's mystery, and you begin to know what side to stand on. And put pressure on the Black caucus. Call the Negro caucus. Call the colored caucus. And tell these little doughboys, right, who's doing the jigaboo in Washington, you know, pretending they represent us, to speak out on Haiti and in Haiti's behalf.
Absolutely.
They're not worth being called jigaboos. I have not heard one thing from the blacks in Congress on Haiti. I heard they got some little secret meetings going here, and they got the Montana group going here, and then other civil society, Negroes and white folks going here, that they're going to plan a government for Haiti. Who the hell are you to plan a government for the people of Haiti?
Come on, Baba.
So that's what we're dealing with. So call these Negroes, send them some emails, send them some texts.
Call these Negroes.
You know, the three little sisters in the Midwest who happen to be Muslims have stood up with more tenacity than the whole of the Black caucus representing Black America in Congress. And we call them political leaders.
Come on. And I asked you that, Professor James Small, because I remember when I was celebrating the Haitian Revolution. It was like in August. And people was like, what? Dr. Maat, why are you celebrating? That's their revolution. And I say, no, it's our revolution. And I was actually battling fools, Professor.
Nat Turner who he thought his leader was.
Come on.
Nat Turner called the courts that was about to hang him that my leader is Jean-Jacques Dessalines.
Teach.
Okay, the Emperor of Haiti. Because Turner knew he was an African. Even if Turner was saying, I'm a foundational Black America, he would know that was just a subgroup of the African race world.
Come on, a subgroup. Yeah. That's right, Professor.
A subgroup.
Right.
Of some people who was trying to find a basement door out of taking responsibility for being Africans. Okay. Y'all got that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So, Professor, you corrected me last night. We were on the phone and I said, Professor, they saying gangs are, taking over Haiti. It's a gang problem. You said, no. You said, let's not refer to our brothers and sisters as gangs. And you said, no, Haiti doesn't have a gang problem. It has an imperialism problem. Could you break that down, Professor James Small, and how the media now is demonizing our brothers and sisters? They're talking about the trash in the streets, their gangs, and what's the purpose?
Let's not call these organizations dumb media. You're a greater media than CBS, NBC, CNN, or any of them. Those are extension of corporate imperialists.
And corporate imperialists.
And they're the propaganda arm of corporate imperialism. And this isn't the first time we've seen them behave in this way. When they want to destroy an African nation, a Caribbean nation, the first thing they do, if you remember under Manley, when he was fighting Siaga, who was a CIA jigaboo, call him what he was, back in the day, they were calling the brothers in the streets of Jamaica gangs, coming up with finding a reason to arm their people to move against our people. We saw them go all the way back to doing the same thing in the Congo with Patrice Lumumba. And they're still doing the same thing in the Congo. They used to call PAIGC in Guinea-Bissau, who was a revolution led by Emeka Cabral, gangs that was trying to hurt the Portuguese overlords. Anytime they did it to us in the streets of America in the 80s and the 90s, the Crips and the Bloods, You see, you can create something by pretending it's already there and then help it to come into being. And the guns, nobody made guns in Haiti. Where did they get the guns from?
Right.
Come on, teach.
And the very people they're talking about, the poorest people in the community, don't have the money to buy any from anybody. So where's all these guns coming from? The same imperious overlords, and not forgetting, they want to steal the bauxite, they want to steal the copper, they want to steal the iridium, they want to steal the calcium, the gold, the marble, the oil, and the natural gas. That's who gave them the guns. And their lackeys that live there that we call the oligarchs. These people who Haiti helped when they were being crushed by the Ottoman Empire during the First World War era, and Haiti gave them refuge. Tell them to come to Haiti where you'll be safe. And they've turned on Haiti in the most vicious way, and the African peoples of Haiti. That's the Syrians and the Lebanese and their other cohorts. And people don't know about them. So we look at a picture of Port-au-Prince that's been decimated since the earthquake. The decimation you're seeing isn't something that just happened there. Much of the buildings and the condition of the streets, that's the condition it was left in since the earthquake in 2010, because they stole all the money that was supposed to correct all of that. Just go down the road 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you're in Petionville, where all the rich white and colored and Negroes live. And you'll think you're in Los Angeles or Brooklyn, just down the road from Port-au-Prince. So they present their lie. And they use these things called the media, which is nothing but arms of imperialist propagandists, to tell us a story, to try and convince us to accept the crime that they're about to commit against African people. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, and Professor James Small, I noticed that they're bringing in. So I said it's ironic. They just had a travel ban on Jamaica, literally like 2 months ago. Travel ban on Jamaica. Don't go to Jamaica. It's not safe. But then you hear news clips of them saying, oh, well, we're sending the military. We're getting cops and military help from Jamaica and from Kenya to go to Haiti. So I said, well, they just put a travel ban on Jamaica, but now they're utilizing their manpower and sending their manpower to Haiti.
We're talking about the lies of the imperialist arms of propaganda we call the media that help to set the condition for imperialist paramilitary and military invasion and occupation of our people for the purpose of controlling the natural resources of our land, period. Call the spade what it is.
That's right.
Get caught up in all the other little minutiae people won't see. They want to steal the bauxite. They want to steal the copper. They want to steal the calcium. Want to steal the marble. They want to steal the oil, the gas, the limestone, the zinc, and the iridium. They want to control the waterways between Haiti and Cuba. Right across from Cuba is Guantanamo. That lease went out years ago. Why they're still sitting in Guantanamo, Cuba, instead of getting their butts out of those people's country. This is still the Monroe Doctrine. And people need to read and find out the Monroe Doctrine. It is the imperialist blueprint for how white America would control the Western Hemisphere. And that's what we're dealing with. The New Day expansion of the Monroe Doctrine.
New Day expansion of the Monroe Doctrine.
Yes, study history and erase the mystery.
Ashe. Family, let's take a quick pause, Professor James Paul. I want to promote the event. Let me enlarge the flyer. Family, right now, make sure that you are in the building on Sunday, March the 17th. Professor James Small will be here in Tubman City and Baltimore City at the Temple of New African Thought. So you look at the flyer. Reality Speaks of Salvadore's Nation presents the blueprint for community power at home and abroad. Doors open, family, at 12 p.m. Professor will be on. Well, the entire event will be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, and look at the captions. Look at the captions right here. It says, how to gain political power. As Professor James Small said at the beginning of the broadcast, he said a lot of people don't even understand what political power is, right? He said the need to have a spiritual foundation in our community, the healing that has to take place between the men and the women, debunking the myth that we don't have buying power in our community and how to organize it. Family, make sure that you are in the building. It says right here at the end of the flyer, early bird in person. It says until March the 13th, $25. March the 13th through the 16th, $30. So family, you see it goes up and up and up and up and up. So what I'm going to do right now is drop the link in the chat, and I will also be posting the link under the description of this video. All right, so I'm putting it in the chat. Make sure you click on the link, get your tickets tonight, family, and be in the building this Sunday, March the 17th. Please
Dr.
continue,
Maya,
Professor James Small.
Yes, can I just say that we have it for live and in person. And brothers and sisters, y'all should want to be live in the building with Professor Small.
Teach.
This brother is key in our community right now. One of the key teachers in our community. I've watched many great teachers from Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Patricia Newton, many of these great teachers. And we've been doing this for 29 years. Yes. Many of them are ancestors now. You want to come and meet these people while they still alive, while we still have the library in our midst. We gotta honor and respect. I don't know. I mean, we all going to be on the web. We want to be live on the web, but for those who can come and meet Professor Small in person, shake his hand, get some pictures with him, y'all better come. We will be live streaming. There's a link. There's a link for live stream. There is a link, but y'all better come and meet this brother.
Come on, and Jabari, he's one of my celebrities. The first time I met him, I was in New York. I was like, he's a celebrity, to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, exactly.
very humble. He's very
Yes,
humble. I
he
mean, he
is.
knows so many people, and but he'll pick up the
So
phone for
many.
you, for me, and be there for us whenever we need him. And that's
Yes.
just love, and we really appreciate you, Professor Small, for all that you do in the community, all throughout the country, throughout the world, the things
Throughout the
that you do. I
world.
mean, so it's like
Yes.
I don't know what y'all. I know that since COVID, everybody got used to being on a computer. We don't have much space even where we at. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you,
Right.
y'all better pack that place and come shake his hand, come meet him, come get this information and knowledge. I mean, what more can we do? We got to get
Come
back into
on.
bringing these scholars out. He's from the older school. We got a lot of new school scholars. I don't even know who to bring right now in the town besides some of the elders that we have out here today.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, it's like
exactly.
it's so much stuff going on and people going to jail, this, that, and
Come on,
other.
come on. Brother Jabari. And
You
you
know,
know what you can say about the elders? They have a proven track
they have a
record.
proven track
Come
record.
on.
That's
So
right.
you know what their track record is.
That's
With
right.
these new scholars, you're taking a gamble.
Yeah.
They might be around today, locked up
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We
Don't
don't
be
know.
that. My eyes don't be that hard on our youth. Because I
Right.
love the youth. Now, this generation we got out here, even with all the mistakes they made, we made mistakes and we were young too. This is the best generation Africa has ever produced. From Africa to the Caribbean, from the United States to Canada, from Central South America, whether they speak Spanish and don't know they're African or not, or speak French and don't know they're African, or speak English and don't know they're African. It's the best generation our race has ever produced. But they're up against a more vicious warrior than our generation was up against, because the warrior have a technology and technologies now it didn't have before.
Facts.
Especially the mind technologies via the telephone and the computer, especially the mind telephone technology via the phone. And so our babies are under attack, but they're still fighting back. I like that one. Our babies are
Our
under
babies
attack.
under attack and they feel
That's a
they
bar.
still
So
fighting
we
back.
praise them. It's just that, yes, me being an elder, I'm not going to be around that much longer. People say, "Oh, don't say that. Don't say that." Let's
I
deal
don't
with
like
it.
when you say that, because
I
you
know
said that
you
to
don't
me
say
on the
that. I see
telephone.
these
I
guys
don't like
crying.
that.
Oh, Baba, like, please don't be going. But
Baba, he
our
just keeping it
father,
real. He just keeping it 100.
just buried this past Saturday one of the greatest revolutionaries we have, and that's Sister Ferguson, the wife of Baba Herman Ferguson.
Okay.
Those people were in this movement since they were teenagers. Okay, and she was in her 90s, still fighting. And I was talking to Pam Africa. Pam was down there with the family for nearly a month, and she's making a transition. And Pam said, Sister fought and gave instructions until the last minute. She even told them at the last minute what she wanted to wear and what she wanted to wear. Okay?
My
So
kind of woman.
she and her husband, Baba Herman, would come and help us do the pilgrimage to Malcolm's grave and say out their mouth right in front of everybody, "I'm here to support you, Brother Small." And he was my elder, the man I looked up to, and she was the woman I looked up to. They walked with Malcolm, you understand? And they had to go in exile for decades because these imperialist creeps were trying to falsely arrest them for crimes they didn't commit. So we're losing the elders every day. But these youngsters will become elders. All of them will not make it. The weapon of imperialism will hurt some of them spiritually. But some of them going to make it. So we must always tell them, yeah, we need to spank y'all every now and then for being silly, but we're going to embrace y'all because you belong to us. But deeper than just belonging to us, you are us going forward.
Come on.
You are us going forward. So we love our youth. Even the ones that's on drugs, I love. The ones that commit the crime, I love. Because they only committing the crime and on drugs because the imperialists have been successful in damaging their minds. See? And we got to be clear. See that little one right there? We ain't gonna let them get to that golden principle. Okay? So you understand what I'm saying? That we have to have a love in the way that if you want to see African spirituality in practice, love in a way that the only thing that can alter the course of that love is God itself, and God will not alter the course of love. Okay? So once we get clear like that on how we feel about Black people, there's no question. Every Haitian and every pain anyone in Haiti feels is my pain, and I must feel it or I must die. Okay? The only way I can live is to feel that pain and to cry silently and to speak out like I can, the best I can. I got this voice and I don't speak out for Haiti. I'm unworthy of having this type of voice and clarity.
Ashe. Professor, what can we do you know, over here on this side of things in America, what can we do for our brothers and sisters in Haiti?
Well, right now, Sister Ezuli Danto,
Yes.
and you know her platform.
Yes.
Support her in every way you can and talk about her platform, the Free Haiti movement. But send letters, send emails, send anything we can, putting pressure on the Black Caucus. Put pressure on your state officials, because we have Haitian communities all over America. Send emails and stuff, flood them with our complaints about their inaction. Tell them the history and the story that I've been talking about the mineral wealth and the agricultural wealth of Haiti that somebody is stealing from them. Tell them about our occupation of that country for over 15 years with our Marines and the damage and harm they did to the constitutionality of that nation. Tell them about the core group, Israel, America, France, Brazil, and Canada, and what they're doing right now. That's who is using the UN as a front and a disguise. And the UN has been nothing more than an occupation force for imperialism in Haiti. Tell the people the truth. Tell them to challenge what I'm saying and see if anything I'm saying can be proven wrong. Challenge me. Don't believe nothing. So let me see if what Small talking about has really been what's been happening. With all of the technology today, finding out this truth is easy to find out. Get on your computer, get on your phone, and all you'll be able to say is, oh my God, lying about Haiti while they were committing genocide against our family. And we must be clear. And more of us need to stir up and get into the streets. There are people in the streets, even though the media is not covering them. But people are out here demonstrating. And I'm in New York, so Brother Reggie and others and the Sons of Africa have worked with elements of the Haitian community to picket a number of institutions. So all those things we have to do. But flooding them with emails, flooding them with texts, these so-called elected officials, especially at the national level. Every platform you can get on, talk on, ask a question on, get on it. And speak up.
So you said that's how we can assist our brothers and sisters. And I was told a while ago, and I don't know if it was Sister Izali Danto who said this, but I remember hearing they were saying don't send money, because they were saying if you send money like through the Red Cross and their organizations, it'll never reach the people. So is it any way we can send Professor James Small resources? Because I heard that they're blocking off, some of the ports. So they said the food isn't coming in. So is it anything like other than like we write out, officials? That's great. But can we send money somewhere? Is it any?
Well, I would reach out to the Free Haiti Foundation through Sister Ezele and found out from her. She would know those avenues.
Okay.
And then you can then use your platform to let other people know that those avenues are there.
Available. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we know we have Sister Baina Bello and Lisa Tay Foundation. Reach out to Sister Bello. Again, she would know the avenues. I've been directing some people to her as well to see what are the legitimate avenues that we can send assistance to people who will make sure the assistance get to our people. But don't lightweight contacting these officials in immigration. Contact the Biden campaign in your community and say, listen, how you handle Haiti is going to determine how I vote.
Come on, Professor. That part right there.
Yeah, let's tell them and be very straight. You want my vote? If you don't handle Haiti right, you didn't. I didn't vote for you the last time, and I didn't vote for Obama the last time. And there are going to be a lot of people who hear my voice. Trust me, if Brother Small said don't vote, there are going to be a few 100,000 folks who ain't going to vote for y'all.
Come on, facts.
And so let's use our power to let them know that you're not going to trash our vote every 4 years while committing genocide against our people in the Caribbean, especially in Haiti. And so they got campaigns offices in every one of our community. Let's call them or visit them and say, what are you doing about Haiti? What are you doing about keeping the Americans, and it's really the white Americans with Black collaborators, from bringing your occupation force in and creating your false government, pretending you have the right to self-determine for a nation of people who built the only free republic in the world after having been enslaved, who set a model for freedom when you were still enslaving black people in America?
Come on.
And you're going to tell them about democracy?
Come on.
So, you know, we have to speak up to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. Fire! 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 Brother Jabari, Professor James Small, he brought that heat tonight, as I knew he would. He never disappoints. Never. He never disappoints with his wisdom, with his charisma, with his charisma, with his wisdom, you know, with his articulation. He never ever fails. So we appreciate you, Professor James Small. You're like I always tell him, Brother Jabari, he's like a walking library. When I talk to him on the telephone, I'm like, Professor, like I just sit back and I just listen. Like he's like a wealth of knowledge. And
I'm very humble to my elders and my scholars, you know, like I said, you know, he's like another father, you know, so I'm very humble. So, you know, you could be teaching and saying something, he'll correct you at any given time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you sit and humble yourself, you know, because that's the wisdom and that's how it's supposed to work, you know. And I'm real proud of you too, Dr. Maat, for you stepping up and bringing all these scholars on board. Like I told you a long time ago, I said, look, it's time for you to, you know, to come in and, you know what I mean, as a, you know, to bring you up before a lot of these scholars and different people. And I'm very proud of, you know, what you are doing and educating our people. And I was just looking at a clip of that the mail track the other day that you've been putting up on Facebook. I'm like, man, this is great work. This is phenomenal work to educate our people, man. You're doing a great work and very proud of you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and that means a lot, Brother Jabari, coming from you, because you've been putting it down for 29 years. And I met you when I was 17. Right. You know, and I'm looking at you all in your red, black, and green outfits, and y'all were out there frontlining, and I was like, wow, you know, my father introduced us, and because he knew where I was at, you know, around 15, 16, and he's like, I need to hook you up with this brother right here. And I met you at 17, and that was 26 years ago, you know what I mean? Woo. And 26 years ago, we go back. That's when I first met you, and you did some phenomenal, and still is doing phenomenal work in Tubman City. I call Baltimore City Tubman City because of you. We all call it Tubman City because of Reality Speaks, because of Survivors Nation. So salute to you, Brother Jabari, for all that you have done and all that you are doing. And you're leading by example. You know, a great father, right? Great compliment, great businessman, community activist. You lead by example, and that's greatly appreciated. Professor James Small, do you have any closing words for the listening audience?
Well, I have to thank Dr. Leonard Jeffries. That's who introduced me to Jabari. Yeah, Jabari is his son, the real son.
Oh wow!
And then I met Dr. Maat, and when you were like, I'm like, where's this young lady going? But you kept bringing on the heat. And I go like, damn, she real. You're really trying to understand how to be your people. We are the ones supposed to catch the bullet for the people. You know what I'm saying? That's what vanguard means. You out front. And it ain't going to be easy. And you know why I'm saying that to you? Because you're catching some heat right now from Negroes.
Come on. You know, Professor. You already, he knows, Professor knows the real deal.
You know. So it's about freedom. It's about loving our race wherever we are in the world, about tying things together. We got to tie what's going on into Haiti with what's going on in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, Chad, and Guinea. You understand? You got to tie them all up together and say, these are the models and examples of freedom for Black people. We can't confuse this foolish leader in Kenya or the foolish leader in Jamaica or the foolish leader down in Barbados with the great leaders that's popping out of Burkina Faso. This little baby, 20-something years old baby, standing up and saying, I'm Sankara incarnate, and not just saying it, but doing it. And you're like, damn. That's why it's the greatest. This generation of young people is the greatest we've ever produced. They've done more to reverse colonialism and imperialism in the last 5 years than we've done in the last 45 years. Okay. So you have to connect that up to Haiti, because what's going on in Guinea, what's going on in Niger, what's going on in Mali is no different from what's going on in Haiti. And they were all occupied by the same French demons, who was financed even then by the same American banking demons. Know the truth will set you free. There was a Berlin conference. Americans said we wasn't there. They did have observers there, but they financed the people in the countries who were there to invade Africa.
Wow.
And steal our wealth and raw material. Remember in school, not only with this one, because they do so much stuff to our minds. We got to see how they use our mind to govern our behinds, right? And remember when we used to, in school, they make us as talking about Stanley, the great newsman who went to Congo and found Dr. Livingston, and go Dr. Livingston, I presume. They don't tell you that Stanley was then hired by Leopold and was responsible for the death of millions of our people as a result of the work Stanley did on the part of Leopold and the Belgians. And they had us praising this genocidal dog. You know how much it feels? So know the truth. The truth will set you free. History will remove the mystery, right? True freedom is to be shackled to your identity, according to Baba Issa Hilliard. That's my message. Our identity is that we are Africans wherever we are, whether it's Haiti, South Carolina, Texas, LA, New York, or Cincinnati. We're Africans.
We're Africans.
And Dessalines left us with this word. He said liberty or death. The December 12th, I've altered it a bit by saying freedom or death. And that should be our mantra.
Ashe. Freedom. Ashe. Brother Jabari, what are your closing words for the listening audience?
I just want to say, come out and meet a living legend, a brother, a walking historian, and just a great brother and a great elder. Come meet him in person. If you can't come, we are live streaming. We'll have the links. We'll be live streaming. So come on out, be with us. Be with us in spirit. If you can't come in person, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great day. And I'll always look forward to seeing Professor Small come to town. I really look forward to it, and look forward to seeing y'all and shaking the people's hands and and getting your energy. Let's do it on this Sunday. That's all I got. That's all I have to say.
Make learning our history fun. When you study your history, you're literally being instructed by your ancestry. The study of history is to be instructed by your ancestry.
That's right. That's right.
Freedom or death.
That's right.
Freedom or death. Ashe.
Freedom or death.
Family, you see the flyer on the screen, and I have dropped the Eventbrite link in the chat, and I'm also going to post the Eventbrite link in the description of this video. Family, click on the link, make sure, and I'm with Brother Jabari. Make sure that you show up in person, man. I get it, and Brother Jabari is 1,000% correct. And he said COVID got us in the house watching and streaming everything.
Yeah.
Professor James Small is a living legend. Come shake his hand. I'm with Brother Jabari. Come flick it up. Every time I see him, I'm like, Baba, let's take a picture. Jabari, I saw him at the reparations rally. Baba, let's take a picture. See him in New York. Baba, let's take a picture. Always, it's just those moments that you just cherish with people that you connect with. So I'm with Brother Jabari. Just come to town, shake his hand, take a picture, come and sit and be with your brothers and sisters and absorb the enormous wealth of knowledge that Professor James Small is going to impart, because he's going to drop it. You all think he dropped it tonight on this platform. Wait until he talks about the blueprint for community power at home and abroad on the 17th of March at the Temple of New African Thought here in Baltimore, Maryland. Professor James Small and Brother Jabari, thank you so much for coming on and promoting this wonderful event. Appreciate you, brothers. Appreciate you, warriors. I love the both of you. Peace and Black power.
Peace and Black power.
Peace. All right, family. So you heard from them. I'm telling you, Brother Jabari, he's been putting it down in Tubman City for 29 years. You got Professor James Small. He's been putting it down for, I'm saying Brother Jabari, 29 years. Professor James Small, probably like 50, 60 years. But you heard from them tonight, family. Before you get out of here, I just need you to do a few things for me. Take a moment out to thumb up the video. Thumb up the video, okay? And also share this video. If you're on Twitter, tweet the link. If you're on Instagram, put it in your story, right? Post a link in your story. If you're on Facebook, post the link. This was a powerful discussion about our brothers and sisters in our AT. So if you want to each one teach one, the easiest way to do that in the 21st century is to simply share this discussion. Just share it, okay? Also, family, thumb it up, thumb it up. And once this video uploads, come back and leave a comment. You know, Brother Jabari, Professor James Small, they look at comments. I look at comments. Come back if you enjoyed the video, post a comment. You know the way the YouTube algorithm works, the more you engage the video, the more it begins to circulate on, you know, in on social media. All right. So make sure that you do that. And then also, family, make sure that you're in the building. I'm going to pull up this particular flyer. I won't be able to promote it. Here it is, family. This flyer right here. Yours truly will be at the Temple of New African Thought on March. What does it say? I think this is March the 30th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm sorry, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Talking about STEAM education. And STEAM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, art. And I always say it's a double A, art and agriculture, right? Art and agriculture and mathematics. So STEAM education, a necessity for African liberation, sovereignty, and survival. We know that the Honorable Marcus Garvey said that we need to be in the business, and I'm paraphrasing him, but we need to be in the business of cultivating a generation of scientists and thinkers. He called us a scientifically weaker race in 1924 in his speech, Look for Me in the Whirlwind. And so I did not know, little did I know, 100 years later, I would be a part of answering that calling. So yeah, Dr. Maat is in the business of producing scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, okay, and using art, using animation, using spoken word and music to reach our young people. Ashe? So family, make sure that you're in the building on March the 30th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. All right, family, I'm going to get out of here. I hope that you enjoyed the discussion. Before you get out of here, make sure that if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, head on over to Dr. Oya Edwa Maat on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that whenever I go live, you will be notified. And family, I'm actually in the process of getting a website. I'm going to grab a website and I will announce the domain name in the next couple of weeks. But I want to grab a website because you saw what happened 2 weeks ago. Do you remember? It's about a week or two ago when Facebook and Instagram went down. So if all of this goes down, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, these social media platforms, how will you be able to still view my content and still connect with me? Right? That's the question. And we know the internet is not going down, hopefully, right? But we know that these social media platforms at times, they do go down. Ashe? So I want to make sure that you're able to still connect with me and still get my content. So I'm in the process of building a website. Okay. And I will announce that in the next couple of weeks. Family, look, Meltrek episode 3 is completed. We premiered it in New York. We premiered it in Baltimore, and it will be available in the next couple of weeks. The reason why I'm saying the next couple of weeks, because I got some things going on for the next 2 weeks. All right. But I